helping with the Quakers there on both sides of the battle during the Civil War. We were furnishing milk then to hungry children and their mothers, and their lives hung on that. There's some people living now who would have been dead if we hadn't got it done, but this was doing it for them, and I don't think it's the best way. And I got to thinking when I saw grass growing out there and some irrigation system, why not give them cattle and let them carry their own burden, feed their own children.
With that, the idea for Heifer International was born. Dan West came back from the Spanish Civil War determined to work for peace throughout the world by ending poverty and hunger. He approached his neighbors in his northern Indiana farming community and asked if they'd be willing to help. The idea caught hold and spread, and farmers began donating cattle by the hundreds. The expanding group convinced the United Nations Relief Agency and local government to help with the costs of shipping animals. In 1944, the first cows were sent abroad, and soon animals were being distributed throughout war-torn Europe. Dan West's idea has spread to more than 125 countries throughout the world. Heifer International has assisted more than 4.5 million families. The organization also educates some 40,000 visitors annually at its 3 North American learning centers on the issues of poverty and hunger. In the early days, Heifer placed only cows with participants. The program has expanded to include 30 different kinds of animals and a variety of trees, along with training and support to build community stability.
The cattle are really only a tool. The real goal and the real mission is to try and help people with human development and community development and to help them become empowered by what they do and where they live.
Today's sophisticated organization provides training in areas ranging from veterinary medicine to environmentally sound agriculture to civic advocacy. Working with local partners, Heifer identifies community needs and brings people together to improve their communities.
I guess it was last year we started working with another dairy farmer in helping each other with the hay crops, silage, corn crops. It's worked out really well. We get all the crops in with half the work. We all cooperate together. It takes a lot less time. We don't have to hire extra help because we're all kicking in and helping each other. We might have a piece of equipment that's broke down. Well, we just go borrow theirs, or vice versa. If they have something that's broke, they come get ours. Works out really well.
Partnership is both a core philosophy and a strategic working arrangement of Heifer International.
There's no way to describe bringing life in, no matter if it's an animal or a human being. I get a great feeling every time I help one of these cows. You bring new life in and you bring something beautiful to the earth.
Local participation, training, and skill building are vital elements necessary for sustainability.
A project like this, one person gets involved, you got a whole bunch after a while involved, and then you name one, starting one thing, well, everybody wants to put their input in it, like the food pantry and the farmer's market that we're going to do next year.
It's a nice place to be with people that are doing similar things. It's not too many groups around that you can go and talk to people about what your problems are with haying equipment, and they understand.
Organized leadership, along with continued availability of animals, feed, and veterinary services, is also a must.
The attitude of these people has changed to cooperation. They like to share their ideas. They like to share whatever knowledge they receive about the animals. They want to help the community. They want to participate in programs that are in the community. This is some of the things that have happened since we organized our group.
Community development experts contribute their experience and leadership to tailor each program to local needs.
Heifer Project has developed a set of 12 cornerstones, which are the principles that our work is based on, and they reflect what is actually happening in groups and projects all over the world.
One cornerstone of the Heifer approach is passing on the gift, which requires that a person share something as valuable as the gift that they've received. This powerful principle allows Heifer to leverage donor dollars on average of 3 to 1, and sometimes far more. Animals are living loans that don't actually become the property of the recipient until the pass-on requirement is met.
The way I think it's important that as somebody that receives something, it's also important to realize that you have to turn around and give back something. Then it shows that, you know, just how much that you care about somebody else because you're passing on something that you raised.
Passing on the gift allows newly self-reliant and proud recipients to also see themselves as donors. Often for the first time in their lives, they're able to help in the improvement of their own communities.
I think the biggest one was the first one I did, was to pass on a Jersey heifer to another family and watch them start hand milking the cow and feeding their kids. And that's one of the really good things, is to watch another family benefit.
The Heifer cornerstones provide tangible results such as sustainable food sources and new economic markets. Animals can provide both nutrition and income, helping families feed their children and send them to school, giving them a chance at a better life. But the program may offer something perhaps even more valuable by providing participants with a sense of dignity.
Hello. I've been a member since 1994 and actually involved with the youth program. I didn't have a lot of self-worth. You know, I was a poor kid, didn't have much going for him. But when I went to these livestock shows and I showed these pigs and I beat kids that, you know, had everything, you know, it really made me feel better about myself. And I remember how that was a turning point in my life. And I really got to thinking, you know, how it would be good if I was, you know, if I would help some kids and showing some pigs the way I was helped when I went to high school. That'll be a part of me tomorrow that's going on when I'm long gone and I'm not fooling with this. You know, the guy that grabbed me by the hand, little did he know things that he taught me, you know, I'm teaching to other kids. So part of him is still going right now.
Being involved with Heifer Project, it's a learning experience. It's what it is. Because you can learn, and what you learn, you pass on to someone else. What are you doing? Baby. Where did you come from?
The Heifer philosophy plays out around the globe, linking families to communities and communities to a sustainable environment.
And I think when a person feels that they could give something back with a broad-hearted, something they developed with their hand and worked with it and fed it and grew it up, and they're going to give back the best they got, I think that gives us a good side of what spirituality is all about.